In September 2018, I was arbitrarily detained in Iran after I traveled there to attend a seminar and conduct academic research. I was put on trial, convicted of espionage, and given a 10-year sentence. I was ultimately held for 2 years and 3 months as a diplomatic hostage in Tehran's Evin and Rajak prisons. During my time in prison in Iran, I saw the devastating impact of a corrupt justice system up close and firsthand. Two notorious and all too common features of Iranian justice, as many Iranians will tell you, are its reliance on false confessions and arbitrary detention. Like many innocent Iranian prisoners before me, I was subjected to the psychological torture of solitary confinement, a method of detention designed to pressure me into making a false confession. The Iranian judiciary accepts false confessions made under conditions of physical and psychological torture as evidence in court, and even uses such confessions as grounds for capital punishment. Arbitrary arrest is also a common practice employed within the Iranian justice system, and it affects not only the cases of foreign and dual nationals like me, held for purposes of hostage diplomacy, but is also routinely used against ordinary Iranians. Iran's prisons are crowded with regular people who have been arbitrarily scooped up and incarcerated due to amateurish intelligence gathering by brainwashed and paranoid security operatives. Iran's multiple intelligence agencies function with impunity and see themselves as being above or outside of the law. During the protests which broke out in Iran in November 2019, Evin prison was packed to the rafters with everyday people who had been picked up off the streets and thrown into prison, seemingly at random. Rather than being imprisoned for committing an actual crime, they are essentially victims of collective punishment. Their incarceration was designed to serve as a warning and a deterrent to others who might consider taking to the streets. I have also encountered people in prison whose presence there is solely due to payback. For example, security operatives arrest someone in order to get their hands on their assets, or imprison an innocent family member of someone they want to extort or blackmail. Those with foreign passports are seen as high-value bargaining chips by a regime keen to extract concessions from foreign governments. Iran's justice system colludes with and enables this odious practice by affording it judicial legitimacy. Unfortunately, as we have seen in my case and in those of many others, hostage diplomacy pays dividends for a regime that has very few other points of international leverage. Iran's judiciary pays lip service to Islamic values, whilst routinely jailing people known to be innocent, on the basis of false confessions or due to their value as domestic or diplomatic hostages. Injustice is arguably at the root of all human rights violations. Without respect for justice, there can be no respect for human rights. I ask you to please remember the tens of thousands of innocent victims of Iran's corrupt justice system.